Okay folks, today I'm going to show you how to rebuild a triple grip and just check everything. So this is the clutch here that we're going to build. This is out of a brand new triple grip rebuild kit. New plates. So the measurement of a brand new plate, I'll just zero this, on the carbon fibre should be 2.55 mil. 2.55. That's what a brand new plate should measure. A brand new spring should measure 13 mil. Okay. And in your rebuild kit, you get 5 springs, 5 retainer collars, 5 Torx head screws, which are the shorter ones. They're for the top of the clutch. And 5 of the longer screws with the Allen key on them. They're for going into the springs to adjust. We also have the steel floaters. And a brand new one of them is 1.2 mil. So to rebuild your clutch, you're going to need, first of all, a set of verniers. Digital if possible, and as accurate as possible. You need a wrench with a T25 Torx head bit. 3mm Allen key. And likely to get the screws out of the top of the clutch, you're going to need something to apply heat to break Loctite, because the Loctite will have been on there before. And you will end up rounding these screws if you don't heat them. So I've already preheated this clutch. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take out the 5 top springs, or 5 top screws. Take off your top plate and inspect. Handy thing to have is just a wee rag, just to give it a bit of the oil off it. And have a look at it. Just make sure there's no hairline cracks or any other type of damage. That looks fine, so we'll set that to the side. Then we have our first plate, which comes off, followed by a steel floater, followed by the second plate, another steel floater, and your third plate. I set them to the side. Now, we have a look around. Where did I put that rag? Give us a bit more of a wipe down. Have a look around at the fixed plate and just ensure that there's nothing broken on it. Check your teeth, make sure that there's no broken teeth anywhere. Just have a good look around, and then what we'll do is we take out the springs at the bottom. Take them out with a 3mm Allen key. They're in very tight. Them right out. Okay, not the wee magnetic tray. Not the wee magnetic tray. Okay, so once you've taken all the springs out, pull out our fixed plate, take a good look at it, make sure there's no hairline cracks or anything like that, make sure that the dial pins are all seated nice and there's nothing cracked or broken in and around the actual clutch itself. Turn it over again, or turn it over again, and then we will put the new springs back in. Just get this back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we want to start doing is we want to put our screws in. Sorry, retain our collars first. Collars. And we just want to screw them in just until we feel a bit of tension, so that we know that it's holding a fixed plate in place. Okay. And we do them in a crisscross sort of pattern, so that the fixed plate is getting put on evenly. Okay, that's them on. Everything's good. First thing we put on is a new plate, followed by a steel floater, followed by another plate, followed by another steel floater, followed by another plate. We then put our fixed plate in the top. Just line that up. And we can start putting these wee Torx head screws in. Now these wee Torx head screws, you do need a wee drop of blue Loctite onto them. The tiniest wee drop, because put too much on, when you go to rebuild it again, you end up giving yourself a bit of a nightmare. Okay. Now for the adjustment. This is where which throws a lot of people off with the adjustments. These work in exactly the same principle as the KTM factory clutch. With the factory clutch, you have the clickers with the 8mm, and you click it round to turn the stall speed up, and you click them back down to turn the stall speed down. These are exactly the same. You turn it clockwise to turn the stall speed up, and anti-clockwise to turn the stall speed down. Now on a triple grip, just gonna wipe my hands. You measure from the retainer, which is the silver collar, to the base of the clutch. So I know exactly what I'm setting this clutch at. Every bike is going to be different. It will depend on how fast your kid is, the weight of your kid, whether the bike has had any engine work done, whether it's a 24 newer bike or if it's a 2013 to I think it's 2023 bike, will make a difference in how you adjust this clutch. The standard setting for most bikes using a stock engine on big wheels here in the UK is 6mm from the retainer to the base. If there's been a lot of engine work done or a lot of tuning done to the work, you might have to go to 5.8, 5.9. However, there is other tuners there based in the Netherlands, and the clutch works best for them at around 6.1 or 6.2 mil, as their tune is just completely different than what anybody else does in the UK. So I'm going to tighten this in and adjust this first one. And very simple, just make sure this is zeroed. Go into here and go. Okay, so that's 7.2. Needs to go in another mil, which is roughly about 1 full turn. So if we just bring it right round, 1 full turn. from the retainer. Slightly more, or we half turn maybe. And we're coming in there at 6.19. So that one's good. So I'll just go around and tighten these other ones up. Basket back on. Get it back on the bike. Should be good to go at 6.2 mil. On this one, this particular clutch is working at 6.2 mil. But as I said, this is dependent on a whole host of factors. You basically want this clutch engaging about 2 meters out of the gate. You don't want to hear any bogging, you don't want to see any lagging, but the stock engine, maybe with a pipe on it, you know, maybe with a wee bit of barrel work or something done, is in the UK using big wheels is going to be around 6 mil from the retainer. 6 mil is a very, very good starting point for anybody that's using a big wheel kit. Okay folks, I'm just going to go around here and tighten these other 4 up and then just give this back to the customer. Hopefully this helps a few of you out. Thank you very much.